Hi, my name is David Maynard. I was born again August, I don't remember the exact day, of 1983 in the old Rensselaer County Jail, which is now the Rensselaer County Courthouse. I gave my life to the Lord. My life has changed dramatically. When I was a child, I was beat by my father, who was a drunk. Come home. If I did anything wrong, I got beat. I suffered through a lot. Child abuse, sent away as a kid into the system, abused, beaten. My own father had us kneel on split peas in the corner as punishment. Deep, huh? I grew up poor, made my own way, robbed whoever I wanted to rob, didn't care for the consequences. I was a child sociopath. I had no remorse for what I did. I came to know remorse by turning my life to Christ and reading His Word. I knew what good and bad was because I opened up the Bible and there it was. I'm a new man, I'm a changed man. In my youth, I went to prison for murder. Spent 13 years in prison. Wasted life. But I became renewed in Jesus Christ. In prison is where I learned to walk for Christ. Because it was only me and God. And He protected me every time. I'm a changed man. I fell away from the faith while I was in prison and went into the Aryan Brotherhood. I became very bad. I had a reputation, put it that way. But after I got out of prison, through a miracle I got out of prison. But when I got out of prison, I came back to the Lord. And I've been living for Him ever since. 1997 to now. I died once, went to heaven for a minute and 45 seconds. Brain dead and heart dead. Died in a head-on crash with a drunk driver on the top of Hoosick Street in front of Mr. Sub. The jaws of life pried me out of my vehicle. They rushed me to the hospital, and on the way to the hospital, I flatlined. No brain activity, no heart, no nothing. I came back. The thing I reflect on is when I went there and I was on the other side, I was accepted. I was at peace. Total relaxation. And it felt like I had a body, but like no pain, no nothing. You know, you can move around, use greatest physical strength you could ever have. In total peace. relaxation. Okay, so if I was accepted then, and I wasn't really living the life that a born-again believer should live, when the Lord brought me back, I began living the life I was supposed to live in Jesus. Now, my mind is always on Christ. It's always on the Word, always on gospel singing or gospel music or praise music or whatever you want to call it. And then I read His Word. And I pray to Him. And I keep my eyes on Him. It's a good thing that I stayed alive from that point on, because I have a wonderful wife and a loving daughter, and they're both born again. So I'm their example. I'm the Christ that they see, because they didn't see Him like I did. In 1983, when I gave my life to Jesus, the night during lock-in, the Lord Jesus came and visited me. I don't remember much. I remember that, though. And I mean, physically came to visit me in my cell. When I turned around and saw Him standing there, I had no strength in me. I fell to the floor, crashed to the floor, my knees, my face to the floor. And as He stood before me, I couldn't do anything. I looked up with my eyes and I saw Him reach down, and then the next thing I knew, I was sleeping in my bed, all tucked in, and I don't tuck in. So I thought, okay, that's an awesome dream. And then my knees were hurting, and when I pulled the covers down, I had bruises on my knees. So my knees led me to touch my forehead up here, and it was bloody. So here we are in the last days. Rapture's going to happen soon. So I pray that everybody accepts Jesus, especially the Jews. God bless.